Here are three exercises which increase slightly in complexity, which I, when training myself, found very helpful. Start by placing an apple or some other piece of fruit on a nearby table. Now, study the object carefully from various directions. Look above it, around it, and try and impress on your memory the shape of the fruit, the colour of the fruit and texture of the fruit. And when you've done that, sit comfortably, close your eyes, take several deep, slow breaths, and allow yourself to relax as quickly and deeply as possible. You shouldn't have any tension in any of your muscles, so try and notice these tensions and release them. Now, in your mind's eye, try and reconstruct the image of that piece of fruit. Try and see its shape and its colour and its textures, and bring to your mind any imperfections you notice in the fruit, such as a bruising or mark of some kind. I suggest you do this several times until the image develops as fully and in as great detail as possible. For the second exercise, close your eyes, slow your breathing once again, and again relax as deeply as you possibly can. Now, in your mind's eye, imagine the room where you grew up, a room you knew well when you were a child. It could be perhaps your drawing room or a bedroom or even the kitchen. With your eyes closed, seeing this room in your imagination, try and imagine the wall in front of you. What colour is it? Does it have wallpaper or is it painted? What is the design of the wallpaper, if so? Are there any pictures hanging on the wall in your immediate view? Now turn your attention to the nearby furniture and again try and see this as vividly as you possibly can. Try and really conjure it in your mind's eye. Now look down at your feet. Are you standing on a carpet or a rug or the bare floor? If it's a bare floor, notice what the floor is made of. Is it made of wood? Is it made of tiles? Try and see it as vividly as possible. Now, travel around the room by either seeing yourself physically moving around the room or perhaps even drifting effortlessly like a ghost from one part of the room to the next. Now, some of my clients have told me that they are able to move around the room simply by shifting their consciousness. They don't feel they're actually moving their body, they're just moving their attention in a kind of ethereal way around the room. This is not easy to do, but with a little practice and using somewhere which is very familiar to you from your childhood, it should become increasingly possible. For the third exercise, return again to that childhood known room, which the one you visualized earlier. Now imagine yourself floating slowly towards one of the windows. You could be sitting or standing or lying, but you're floating through the window. You're passing through the glass without any impediment, and you can see the world outside you. So take a look round, look at your surroundings. Notice if there are any houses in your view, or if you're in the countryside or have a garden, the trees, the flowers, the shrubs. If you're in a town or city, notice any passing traffic, notice the pedestrians walking by you. Now these are good techniques for developing your virtual reality world in your mind's eye. But if you'd like more information about these techniques, then I suggest you try and find a book which sadly is now out of print. It's called Seeing with the Mind's Eye, and it was written by Dr. Mike and Nancy Samuels. I'll be printing details of this book at the end of this video. Now I'd like to describe a virtual reality creation of my own. Many years ago I constructed in my mind's eye a beautiful white villa. It's on a tropical island and it's high on a hill. It's a curve-shaped building of 2 stories, and from the windows I'm overlooking an isolated bay of golden sands and crystal clear blue waters. With practice, I have learnt how to move to this villa quickly, easily and vividly, and to imagine each and every detail of the place. I can see in my mind's eye the views from the different windows. I can smell the wild flowers in the surrounding forest. I can hear the sounds of birds singing in the trees above me, and I can see down below the golden sands of the tropical beach. The colours of flowers surrounding the veranda, the blueness and coolness of the swimming pool whenever I take a swim, which is usually between relaxing on one of the comfortable lounges I've placed on the veranda. I can visualise all these sensations fairly easily and vividly. So where do I go to my villa? Why do I go to my villa? Well, I go there whenever I'm feeling a little bit down or I need a relaxing break. Wherever I am, I'm able to close my eyes and immediately find myself back in the villa, maybe taking a rest in the shade of one of the bedrooms, or preparing a light snack in the bright and modern kitchen I've created, or taking a cool fruit drink on the veranda. Sometimes I'll wander down to the beach and take a swim in the sea. The more often I visit my secret second home, the easier it becomes to visualize it and to visualize all the sensations involved with it more easily, and to hold every detail of place in my mind's eye. It's a villa which I can enjoy entirely on my own, or whenever I wish, with the people I've known or know and love, and both those who are still alive and those who are no longer with us. I suggest that you will be able to do the same with some practice and some persistence. However, I have to warn you that there are a few people, a minority of people, who are never able to succeed in this task. They are suffering from a condition known as aphantasia. Now, this is a fairly rare condition, and it's characterized by an inability to be able to conjure up any mental imagery. People with this condition are unable to use their imaginations in any real way. This term is derived from the Greek word fantasia, which translates more or less as imagination, while the A in front of it indicates without, so it's without imagination. Sufferers I've spoken to tell me that they're not able to bring to mind any sounds, smells or sensations of touch. Some say they are unable to report that inability to recognize faces, but this is a condition known as prosopagnosia. This condition does not indicate any form of mental illness or weakness or indeed a lack of intelligence. Indeed, many sufferers often excel in subjects like science and mathematics. So, to conclude this series, let's pay a second visit to my special private tropical island, while we go on a short but hopefully pleasant session of relaxation. This will prove most beneficial if you can be sitting comfortably, unlikely to be disturbed for the next few minutes, not likely to be interrupted, and if you close your eyes and listen to my voice. Make sure your eyes are lightly closed, that your jaws are unclenched, and that your breathing is slow and regular. You should not, of course, be listening to this if you're driving or operating any machinery, as it will place you, in many cases, into quite a deeply relaxed state. Now, I want you to imagine yourself swimming through the beach, the bay I've mentioned, through the clear, calm waters of the sea. I'd like you to see the sunlight shivering on the ocean. I'd like you to try and hear the surf gently uncurling on the sandy beach, to feel the warmth of the water as it flows around your body. Now, emerging from the sea, I'd like you to imagine crossing the beach and feeling the warmth of the sand under your bare feet, tasting the slightly salty air on your lips. Looking back towards the sea, you can see a line of surf, and you can hear the soft sound of small waves gently uncurling on the foreshore. All around you there's an abundance of gloriously coloured and sweetly scented tropical flowers. They fringe the beach and their aromas drift towards you on the warm, balmy air. Now you're lying on that sun-warmed beach on the soft sand, the soft, warm sand. You're feeling the smoothness of that sand beneath your body as you relax more and more deeply, as you listen to the surf breaking and smell the flowers around you. Before you curves the crescent of a bay, an arc of golden sand fringed by a line of white surf with a deep blue ocean beyond. A few white, fluffy clouds move slowly across the blue sky above your head. You can see all this vividly and in great detail. You can hear the gently breaking waves, the rustle of the palm trees, the song of the tropical birds. You can smell the flowers and taste the salty tang of the ocean on your lips. You can feel the sun warming your body and the warmth of the sand beneath your back and legs. You are feeling very deeply relaxed. No tension in your muscles. Your mind is calm and completely free from any anxiety, worries or concerns. You know that in this personal, private paradise, no harm can ever come to you. It's a place of safety and security and peace. There's no tension in your feet, your legs or your abdomen. Your breathing is smooth, effortless, deep and slow. There's no tension in your hands, arms or shoulders. Your face is relaxed. Your brow is smoothed out. Your tongue hangs loosely in your mouth. Your jaws are relaxed. And every time you breathe out, you feel yourself becoming more and more stress-free and tension-free as the stress and tension flow from your body into the surrounding room. Imagine as vividly as possible the warmth of the sun, the sensations as the warm, clear waters flow smoothly past your body, the softness of the fine, pure white sand beneath your bare feet and your bare back and your legs, and the scent of tropical flowers in your nostrils. Now we'll return to the real world as I count slowly backwards from 5 to 1. 5. 4. Now open your eyes and look around you. 3, 2. You have returned peacefully and easily to the real world. 1. You are now fully aware of everything going on around you. knowing you'll be able to return to your private and personal island paradise whenever you wish to enjoy its beauty, its comfort, its safety, and its security. Please don't feel surprised or disappointed if at first you find it difficult to concentrate on any single sensation. It's quite likely that unwanted thoughts and worries will intrude on your mind. As anybody who studied meditation knows, it's very hard to calm and take control of what the Buddhists sometimes call our monkey mind, which is always jumping from one thought to another. Should this happen, and it's very likely to do so, simply notice the distraction before returning calmly to the exercise. After a while you will find that these intrusive ideas gradually decrease and become less powerful, so that you're able to focus all your attention on the senses you are training. The more vividly you're able to create this virtual world, the more easily you're able to enter into an altered state of consciousness. So, what is an altered state? How does it arise? And why can it be so helpful to improving our health and well-being? All this I'll be explaining in my next series of postings. Meanwhile, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed what I have to say and find it useful. If you have any queries, just write to me, send me a note via the YouTube channel. And if you would like to learn more about ways of changing your mind, then I suggest you have a look at our website, www.themindchangers.co.uk, where both Dan Jones, my hypnotherapist colleague, and I are able to explain a whole range of things, from memory to learning, to controlling anxiety, stress and tension, to helping you stopping smoking or drinking. We use a combination of psychology and hypnotherapy to introduce these ideas to you. So until the next time, thank you very much for watching.